Welcome back to the channel. You guys know that I'm going to ask what you're doing right now because I want to know what you're doing right now because I'm nosy. That's what I do. But today I was doing a voiceover. Why is his hair sticking up like this? I don't know. Who knows? But anywho, get back on track. I digress. I was doing a voiceover for my 30 days of showing up online confidently. And I was just talking about fear and overcoming fear, doing it scared. And when I put in my Bible study lesson, it was about fear. I was like, wow, what's going on? But that's what it was about. I said, I'm going to talk about this on my YouTube channel today. Facing fear, recognizing it, and overcoming it. A faith-based approach. Ever since I have been asking God to be my business partner, and I want to be more intimate with God, the Lord. I want to understand it. I want to dive deep into it, and I'm not going to be ashamed about that. Fear will take control of you if you let it, and you don't have to let it because that is not coming from the Lord. Fear does not come from the Lord. It does not. Fear can be overwhelming. It shows up in sneaky ways like procrastination, self-doubt, anxiety, and also fear can help you try to avoid certain things that you know you should not even be avoiding. It'll make you feel like you don't know enough. It'll make you feel like you don't know how to show up. It'll make you feel like just awful, like you're not enough. That's not from God. Absolutely not. Because you are enough. When you were put on this earth, you are enough. If you're having God as your business partner and you're asking, how can I grow? How can I make my business better? Lead me and guide me in the right place, guide my steps, my tongue, everything. And God is telling you, you need to raise your prices. But fear, I'm not raising them because then nobody will buy them. That's fear. God told you to raise your prices. Create this ebook. Oh, I don't know if people are going to read it. I'm unsure. It doesn't matter. God told you to create that ebook. Create that ebook. He giving you the tools. Stepping into leadership. You feel like you don't know enough. You're not capable. God is telling you, step into leadership. Own it. Because he's equipping you with what you need. So fear does not have to control us. You are equipped and empowered to face fear head on and to step boldly in the plans that God has for you. Let's recognize fear when it shows up. Sometimes it can be obvious, like feeling anxious. Sometimes it can be more subtle. So fear can look like procrastination. If you keep putting something off, you keep applying for that job off and it just keeps coming up. It keeps coming up and you just keep avoiding it. That's that avoiding again, because deep down, you're afraid of what might happen. You may not get the position and then you'll be like, see, I shouldn't have even applied for it. No. Maybe applying for it, getting that interview, getting you a step closer. So the next time it comes out, you're ready. He's preparing you. That's that avoiding because you're scared of criticism. Well, they're going to criticize you anyway. They're going to criticize you for free. So you might as well give them something to criticize, because as they're criticizing, you're growing. So what fear is holding you back? Think about that. What's keeping you from launching that business idea, from speaking up in your career or personal life, from taking the moment to just step into your boldness? Take this moment to reflect. Recognizing fear is the first step to overcoming it. Let me give you an example. I have been in banking, the financial industry, for a long time. I have been in leadership for a long time. But the leadership that I've been in, I've always been the assistant manager, right? And I know that I could lead people. I know that I can have an impact. I know that I'm a great person to get along with. I'm a great person to work with, but I do hold you accountable. I say, you know what? I love being an assistant manager. It's fine. because I felt like I did not have to step into that full leadership mode, be that person, because it's not going to fall back on me. Really, it's going to fall on the manager, because I'm just the assistant trying to make their job easy. And management positions kept coming around, openings kept coming around. And I kept telling myself, Erica, you love being an assistant manager. It's fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're helping to lead the team, which is great. But what God was telling me was, you deserve to have your own branch. I have given you and equipped you with the knowledge, the strength, the mindset to have your own. And for you now, it's time for you now to have an assistant. And of course, I applied. I did not get it the first time. And I was like, see, why did I apply? I should just keep doing what I'm doing, because not to brag, but it wasn't about stepping into a management position for the money. I was fine where I was fine as an assistant manager. With the pay, I mean, I'm fine, because I was still leading the team. I was still coaching the team. I was still coaching the young people to grow their career. But I still needed to grow. And I wanted to grow. I love personal development. So I applied again, and I was so ready, y'all. I was so ready to step. I mean, the interview could not have gone any better. I was confident. I felt like God was telling me, you are so ready right now. That first one, I was preparing you. And I was preparing you because you didn't get that position. You got the assistant 3 position. And so I did get a promotion. I didn't get the management position, but I stepped up one level in the assistant. And that, being there for almost 2 years, prepared me more than anything. From working with different people to really stepping up my leadership, it prepared me. So I applied again. And like I say, that interview, it couldn't have gone any better. I was more confident, and I really felt like I walked in there knowing that I'm about to get this position. There's no other person you can pick but me. There's no other person that they could have chosen for this particular branch that I'm at. Then there's nobody else they could have chosen. Because if I would have got it last time, I wouldn't have gotten this branch. And this is the perfect branch for me. I have such an awesome team. I say that to say that I almost not applied because I was comfortable. I applied because I wanted to use my gifts more. I wanted to run a branch my way. And that's what I'm doing. And it's working out. God is stepping. He leads me every day. He leads me every day to run that team, to lead that team, to encourage that team, to motivate that team. And he helps me come up with ideas to keep the morale up. He helps me come up with ideas so people enjoy coming to work. There's nothing worse than not like coming to work. I say that to say I was in the avoidance, the procrastination, and we got to recognize it when it's there. We got to replace that fear with faith. So instead of letting fear take the wheel, we got to replace it with faith. Whenever fear arises, you got to declare this over yourself. Fear is not from God. I have power, love, and a sound mind. Power reminds us that God has equipped us with the strength. Love reminds us to focus on serving others instead of being paralyzed by fear. A sound mind reminds us to stay calm, grounded when fear tries to take over. When that happens, we got to lean on God's power. And you've got to know that you're not doing this alone. because the power of God has given you isn't limited, it's supernatural. So when you feel weak and unsure, overwhelmed, pray for his strength, pray for his guidance, and say to God, I feel scared, but I trust you to lead me through this. I mean, all the time I'm asking, I trust you. You're leading me through this. He's leading me through this channel. He led me to get started. Stop putting it off. You wasted too many years. Start this channel and walk into your boldness. So I'm telling you, walk into your boldness. You feel like you're not qualified, but yet you're called to do it. And you're constantly saying, God, no, I'm not ready. No, are you sure? And God is constantly, a small voice is saying, I got you. And you've got to now open that door and walk through that fear because he's saying, I got you. And when you walk through that door, you'll be surprised the strength that you're going to get, that you're going to have. So I want to remind you, be courageous. Take the next step, even though you feel unsure, because God is going to show up. He always does. He's going to be there with you. So here's another powerful serve with love. When you shift the focus off of you onto others and you're focusing more on others, that's powerful. And you're going to serve with love. When you operate from a place of love, things are going to happen and it's going to blow your freaking mind. You got to have love, whether it's with your clients, your family, your community. If you operate from a place of love, fear becomes secondary. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, start asking yourself, how can you make an impact? How can you help someone today? I'm telling you, when I walk into work, it's not about me. How can I help my team today? When I show up on this YouTube channel, it's not about me. How can I help that? How can I help someone on the other side who's watching, who I haven't even met? When I show up on my other platforms, it's how can I be impactful? How can I serve them? How can I serve you? That's what it's all about. Serving others. When you lead from a place of love, fear loses its power because your focus shifts to something bigger than yourself. Maintaining a sound mind because fear loves to create chaos in your thoughts. Fear, get out of here. I don't need to be thinking about that today. So, in order to help you cultivate a calm mind, a focused mind, spend time in prayer. Start your day by grounding yourself in God's purpose. Ask Him for wisdom and peace to guide you. Meditate on God's word. Find verses that speak to your situation. For instance, like 2 Timothy 1:7, fear is not from God. God has equipped you with power, love, and a sound mind. Practice gratitude. Fear often focuses on what's lacking. What don't you know? How you speak, how you sound. You mispronounced a word. Your makeup is not done. Fear loves to create chaos in your thoughts. Gratitude shifts your perspective to what you already have. I already have the capability to speak. I have the capability to see. God has blessed me with the finances to buy this camera and this phone. He's already equipped me to start my business. Only thing I need to do is show up, show out, and be visible. And that's the same for you. If you want to start your business on social media, and if you want to get your story out there, show up, show out, and be visible. That's it. My husband told me, I asked him to critique me, give me constructive feedback. And he said, try not to speak so hard. I didn't think I was speaking hard. I thought I was speaking with passion. I can't change the way that my I speak. I'm coming from a place of love. But other people on social media, they have this calming voice. That's not me. I'm gonna tell it to you just like it is because that's how I want someone to tell it to me. This is me, real, authentic, in my element, talking about fear because fear will hold you back. And fear, there are so many people out there buried. There's a lot of talents that was wasted because they didn't use it. So if you're still breathing, you have time to use your talent. And I want to encourage you to knock down fear and step into faith. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause, to breathe, to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. It's a simple habit, but you know what that habit does? It shifts your mindset and it helps you reconnect with the truth. So I hope today in this video that you took away fear is natural. Don't get me wrong, but it does not have to control you. So when you recognize fear, replace it with faith, lean on God's power, serve with love, and cultivate a sound mind. You'll start to move forward with confidence and purpose. So comment one area of your life that you're holding back from. Let me know in the comments. I love to encourage you and to pray for you because we all gonna win out here. And if we're not gonna win, if we're not winning, ask yourself, are you showing up? Are you showing up being your authentic self? Are you just showing up doing the talents that God has given you? Or you have them packaged up on your mantle like it's so pretty you can't unpackage it. But what happened is he gonna get that talent to somebody else. And then now they're not gonna only have one talent, they're gonna have 2 talents. Because God was like, well, shoot, if he ain't gonna use it and they wasting it, let me give it to Susie over here and let her use it. Because she's using the talents that I gave her. She's appreciative of what I gave her. So let me give her more. Woo! That's another topic. You don't waste and you receive more. What? So if this message resonated with you, please don't forget to subscribe. It will help me out because if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. So I ask. Share it with someone you think may need this reminder. I want to thank you for spending time with me today because you didn't have to. You could have been anywhere else. So I'm about to sign off now. But before I sign off, I'm going to ask you what you doing right now. Talk to y'all later. Bye.